Hello everybody, my name is Aubrey Avali. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some drama that's been going around for quite a while now, for at least a year. I mainly wanted to talk about from today's perspective and from the past. So, as some of you may know from watching my content, I am a friend slash fan of the channel Stiiizy and Jibberz, which used to go by Fritz and Weirdo. So I'm gonna be honest, right? Frankly, I've never actually heard of Pink Gemini Husky before, well, today. But I did some digging on my own outside of the video Stiiizy and Jibberz made. Of course, that was a good stepping stone. So my plan is I'm going to just talk about from what stuff I've seen from that to stuff I've seen on Twitter to stuff I've seen from other people. And yes, I'm going to provide proof from everything I'm about to say here. So as I was saying before, with the video from Stiiizy and Jibberz, if you don't know, they are a content creation couple here on YouTube, TikTok, everywhere besides a couple places, where Stiiizy is a artist who makes badges and other art pieces for people, while Jibberz is a fursuit maker who I've bought a couple things from in the past. Like I said before, I am friends with Stiiizy and Jibberz. I am a fan of them. I am a moderator for them. But I'm going to try to be as partial as I can in this video. That being said, let's get into breaking down this video a bit from Stiiizy and Jibberz. So let's talk about the video from Stiiizy and Jibberz first. What type of stuff they brought up and stuff that I won't have to bring up again later. So in their video, you can see them talking about Pink Gemini Husky harassing Stiiizy and Jibberz for quite a while. And again, like I said, I'm trying to be impartial here. So in Stiiizy and Jibberz video, there's a few things that they talk about, but the first point I'm going to get into is Pink Gemini's fursuit. I'm going to try and throughout this video put up screenshots or proof that I found to relate to these topics, but I encourage everyone here to do your own research. Go and figure it out for yourself. If you don't believe me or anything, this is what I found compared to what may actually be out there. So as I was saying, so the first point from Stiiizy and Jibberz video that we can see is them talking about the fursuit Pink Gemini Husky got from Starcane Arts, a pre-made head and paws for about $3,000, and shows pictures and screenshots of what the fursuit used to look like before, basically when she picked them up, to about now being a near unrecognizable fursuit. Which, alone with that, if that's the type of care you're gonna have on your fursuit, it's hard to say, but fursuits take a lot of care, time, and effort whenever you wear them compared to afterwards. The next point from the video I'm gonna bring up is the Bingo character from the show Bluey. While I've seen her attempt to try and make the character an adult to make it not seem weird, but he was the type of person who, well, made suggestive type TikTok videos. This is what I'm hearing from the video and saw from some of the proof I saw from my research. She made adult themed content, not specifically like 18 plus stuff, using audios that wouldn't fit the nature of the character in the show. The next thing from the Stiiizy and Jibberz video I want to bring up is that Pink Gemini was known, and I don't know if it's still known or has changed in the recent times, but it's the type of person to dead name people, misgender them, and be around a type of homophobe to these type of people who just want to be called what they want to be called. Alright, the next thing I'm going to bring up in the video is something I find a bit more serious, and I'm going to have everyone here, if you can, don't take me at my face value, do your own research on this topic, because when I found out, it's kind of messed up, but apparently Pink Gemini Husky were called to these cons like Anthrocon in Denver with fake information about people. There was a certain person back in Anthrocon who she called in a type of someone had a gun on them, which in turn made the person get stopped by security and held them because they thought an actual person was on site with a weapon to who knows what. I'm sorry to say, if you call in something about that and cause issues like that, and get people banned or even worse, arrested for something that wasn't even part, like something they're not even doing. I'm sorry to say, but you really need to look at who you're supporting if they're gonna do this type of stuff to other people. Like, even if the person did something so bad to you, why would you even do all that? Alright, now this is gonna be the last part of Stiiizy and Jibberz video that I'm gonna talk about. And this is all from their side. I haven't seen specific proof. I also didn't really go looking for it. I'm just saying what I saw from the video, that Pink Gemini Husky has been harassing these two for a while, making alt accounts to go say certain things like, why are you stealing content from Pink Gemini Husky? Next part with it, Stiiizy and Jibberz mentioned this, which is I do find true from all the screenshots from Instagram, Twitter, and all these other places, even YouTube community notes, that you just love to spread drama, and when someone fights back or proves you wrong, that you either backpedal, apologize, that goes nowhere, or play the victim card. And now with that being said, I'm gonna move into the stuff I found on my own outside of the video. So with some of this stuff I've already talked about during the Stiiizy and Jibberz video. Now I'm gonna mention stuff that I didn't see necessarily in the video, or at least wasn't talked about much. Now I'm gonna add to it. So from what I've seen, a lot of this was at least a year or so ago, so take it at face value, do your own research and all that. I think Gemini Husky has been known to call people slurs, said the N-word, homophobe, transphobe. They like to copy people's work, from line tracing to video ideas, stealing sonas. The list goes on and on with that. I don't really got much time to talk about it. They were DMing people, spreading false information about the page on Instagram, where I found a little bit of this info from, talking about negative stuff when they, I believe, didn't even know who actually ran the account. They have been known to spread false information, spreading nationalism, and what I found here, all because of some stuff we don't even know about. She decides to, while driving her car through a parking lot next to people who, I don't know if this is true or not, I'm just gonna say this part, who were apparently sexually abusing her or sexually harassing her, decided to drive on by with them, firing off a flare gun in their direction.
Fuck your chicken strips! Dude, this is a flare.
Which, if you look at law code, is illegal to have someone have a non-registered weapon with a round in the chamber, which includes flare guns. Another thing is, this person also got banned from her own Pursue Makers events back in the day, all because she just wanted to keep spreading drama and start stuff in real life. I'm gonna mention this. This is the end of the video here. I'm gonna just say ahead of time, I don't really like drama. I just want to stand up for the people who have been around for the longest time. I could be wrong on some parts of this video. I could be right. I'm just sharing what info I got. But hey, who knows? But like I said, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you all learned something new today. I'm gonna try staying away from furry drama unless it directly affects me next time. But that's all for today. Hope you had fun. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.